development, and more. And we've gathered a wide range of vacancies waiting for you to explore. So, whether you're an experienced professional or just starting out, we welcome talent from all backgrounds and skills. And the Tachi Tech Job Fair is really designed to give everyone a fair chance to shine. So, if you want to stand out, you'll see the thanks, Lou, for sharing the screen. So if you want to stand out, show our recruitment team what you've made of. You have to show your skills through online portfolios, coding challenges, and project demonstration, making a lasting impression in the digital realm. So the best part of this job fair is actually our recruiters are actively hiring during this process. So whether you're a coding prodigy, a UX mastermind, or aspiring project manager, this is your chance to land your dream job right from your computer screen. So mark your calendars for July 28th from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. and join us at the Touch It Tech Job Fair partnered with Code Go. It's time to unlock your true potential and take the next step in your tech career. So don't miss out on this incredible opportunity. So be sure to register today. Please see the comment section, guys, for the registration link. Our team will put it in the comment section. So there you go. Again, let us know if where you from so we can give you a shout out. And also don't forget to share this with your friends, your colleagues, even family members who are looking for opportunities, to and if you want to grow your professional journey. So today, um how are you guys? So far, medyo maulan ngayon, which is really nice. Well, as for me, because I like raining, it's too relaxing. But not too relaxed, guys. It's Monday. We have to, we have to be very, what do you call it? We want to make sure that the first day, of the week rather, should be very productive. So, for those who are watching us sa office or you're watching us sa on your way home, please take care of yourself, be safe and dry. All right, so again, thank you guys for joining in and watching. Let us know where you're from so we can give you a shout out. Also, again, please don't forget to share this to your friends, colleagues, even family members who are looking for opportunities to grow. So today, um we're unpacking a new age tool for professional growth. All right. So our topic for today is, oh, hi Jasmine, you're from Cavite. I am from Cavite as well. Please stay safe and dry. It's still raining here in Cavite, but this is a very great time to watch the KUMU show because you're just relaxing and at the same time you're learning from this topic. So speaking of our topic is about leveraging social media for career advancement. Social media platforms have transcended beyond their traditional use. LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, even TikTok, these aren't just for connecting with friends or sharing your life anymore. They've become, crucial professional tools, either for networking, job hunting, and establishing industry influence. So perhaps, you're looking to build your network, or maybe you're seeking that next big career move. Social media can open doors you never thought possible. But navigating this new terrain isn't without its challenge. How do you maintain authenticity while projecting a professional image? Like, how do you engage effectively without coming off as trying too hard? Miss Ivy, hello, good afternoon to you. And thank you for all the likes. Wow, we have 313 likes now on Kumu for just 5 minutes. Thank you guys. So going back, so you don't have to worry about all those things because we're delving into all of this tonight. Our guest is a social media wizard who has successfully transitioned from traditional career pathways and leveraged their online presence for professional growth. So I'm pretty excited for this topic. So let's welcome our guest for today's conversation on how to effectively leverage social media for career advancement, Ms. Kata Francisco.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hi, Kata. How are you?
I'm great. And first of all, I want to say thank you to you and to Tache team for having me here in the Gen Z show. It's truly an honor, and I deeply appreciate your invitation because I usually don't do this, so I'm kind of nervous at the moment.
Don't worry, don't worry. I mean, we're going to talk very ano naman, like very casual, like we're just friends talking about our professional journey. So you don't have to worry. So Kata, just for everyone to know more about you, like can you briefly introduce yourself and your professional background?
Yeah, sure. So hello everyone. I'm Kata. I was a graphic designer before and an animator. That's my first job for I think 7 years. But I
Oh wow.
transitioned to doing social media management. I guess around 2021 or 2022, because my initial offer was brand
Mm-hmm.
design. But initially, I really had no interest before with other skills. I just want to design, but I realized over
Right.
that I needed to level up my skills aside from just graphic designing. And since I had a bit of a background with social media from my previous job, so I thought, why not do it this time and try to focus more on social media. And so that's when I decided
Right.
become interested with strategies and enrolled in an Instagram marketing course. And then after that, I took action and decided to apply what I've learned. And that's when
Mm-hmm.
my journey with social media management started.
Right. And, Kata, I mean, when it comes to social media, the one thing that we think about social media is connecting with people,
Yeah.
especially our friends and our family. And little did we know, because a lot of people, actually, majority of the population has, social media accounts. They've
Yeah.
been doing, they have that to connect with their friends and family. But little do they know is that they can actually, use that or utilize that platform to really engage with I mean professional wise you can really use it to enhance your career growth and all that. So my next question would be like how has social media impacted your career advancement personally?
I guess it's really a bold move for me to utilize social media when it comes to showcasing my expertise and my work, because when I jumped to social media management and graphic design full time, I've been consistently sharing my works and also doing networking. And when I say networking,
Mm-hmm.
it's not just connecting um, randomly, but more on like really building authentic connection and getting to know other people as well. And
Mm-hmm.
in the long run, it actually helped me in um, having collaboration with other service providers out there, or sometimes
Right.
of them became my clients as well. It's not an instant. Once you get connected, they become your clients. But sometimes it's really a long shot that if
Right.
they need your services, they will message you.
Right. And what are some like what do you call this? Like some effective strategies that you've been doing for leveraging social media for career growth? Like what are the
Uh,
secrets?
I guess it's just showcasing your work from time to time and consistently showing up, whether it's in my day or IG stories. It's really working. It's really it's what worked for me really, because if you don't get to show what you do, so you won't become top of mind as well. And of course, you want your profile to be optimized so that when other people
Mhm.
visit your page or maybe your LinkedIn or your Instagram, they know what your services are or what you offer or who you help. So yeah, that's it.
Right. And speaking, because you've mentioned about the optimization, but a lot of people don't know how to really do that. And as for, digital marketing specialists would know that. But for those people who are simply just using Facebook, to connect with their family and friends, they don't have any idea how optimization works. So can you tell us, like, how can you optimize your LinkedIn or Facebook or even Instagram for networking or to enhance your professional presence?
Okay. So for when we say optimization, it's basically like for like fixing your profile. But number one, of course, you want to have that professional profile photo. And then
Right.
of course, you want to like include in your bio what do you do? Do you
Right.
do graphic design or social media management? And then if you have a specific target audience or niche, we want to
Mm-hmm.
identify who you help. And of course, since we have a banner, for example, on Facebook or LinkedIn, you want to
Like the
include
cover photo, right? Mm-hmm.
yes. You want to include what are your services and maybe include the link to your socials or do they book a call, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Or and
Right.
then
Mm-hmm.
sure, go
Yes,
ahead.
go on. Sorry.
Yeah, and sometimes in IG highlights you want to highlight as well your portfolio if you have some samples or results with your
Mm-hmm.
yeah, with past works.
Right. So basically, just like when optimizing your profile, you want to make sure that when they visit basically when they visit your account or your profile, they will see things that you've been doing or the services that you want them to see, or you whatever you're offering, and then the contact number. Once they can contact you whenever they want to. So ako naman quick, like I just want to ask you this because I'm quite curious, because as what I've mentioned earlier, we know that social media is more on the connecting with friends and family. So is it necessary for you to create like a different account for for professional side of you, or do you need to combine the both personal and professional, or is it
Actually,
up to you if you want to, or is it necessary?
that's really a good question because way back I also asked myself the same question. But
Mm-hmm.
personally, my suggestion is maybe I would stick to one account because it's really hard to handle two accounts with one professional and then
Correct.
one. But I
Mm-hmm.
guess my suggestion is that if you'll use your personal account as well, maybe you should just avoid posting unprofessional content. Like, of course, we want to maintain a professional image or carefully curate or review the content that we share. And of course, we would like to be mindful of the privacy settings or
Right.
avoiding controversial topics. So yeah, that I would suggest if to stick as well with one account because we still want people to see who we are, not just the
Yeah.
professional side, but we want to build more authentic connection by them seeing who we are behind work.
Yeah. I do agree with that. Like, you have to really humanize
Mm.
yourself on social media, not just all professional, because
Yes.
sometimes, potential clients would love to know more about you than what you can offer to them. So that's a really, really great tip for you. But can you tell us more, like, what are the key benefits of using Facebook for networking and career development? Because ako personally, I use Facebook for entertainment. I'll just share memes whenever I want to, but sometimes it's a very beneficial platform for all of us because everyone is on Facebook. So can you tell us, like, what are the key benefits, do you think, of using Facebook for networking and career development?
Okay. Sure. So for Facebook, I think it's really beneficial if you start joining relevant professional groups and engaging in discussion. So same with you before, I only use Facebook for entertainment, but I've learned
Mm-hmm.
that Facebook utilizing Facebook is really important, especially if you're a service provider. Because when I started as well networking with different Facebook groups and joining community that has the same interests as mine, that's when I
Mm-hmm.
also had the chance to collaborate with other people or look for job opportunities as well. And following company pages or like job posting or announcement, so it's usually that's my purpose of why I also use Facebook aside from entertainment.
Right, and I think the modern thing that the recruiters do right now is just really look at your social media
Yes.
profiles and look, what are you interested at and all of that. So you better be careful whatever you're sharing on Facebook, because they will judge you on that on that part.
True.
But some recruiters do that. And how, speaking of showcasing, because you've mentioned showcasing your offers and all that, how can you showcase your expertise and build credibility through social media platforms?
I guess it's sometimes showing up, whether it's on IG story or maybe posting valuable content, whether this is a carousel post or a single card. And of course, aside from just educating them, I do suggest that we involve storytelling in your posts because people nowadays they hate being sold to every time. So it's nice to have different variety of content, like
Right.
example,
Mm-hmm.
it's entertaining, it's promoting, or maybe inspiring. I guess
Right.
that's also what worked for me because I made sure that whenever I share something, there's really a point on why I share it, or maybe I just want to teach other people. So always keep in mind what's the purpose of your post before you share it on social media.
Mm-hmm. That's a very interesting answer, Kata. But I do have another question regarding that. Like, aside from having like a very great content, you want to make sure that you're targeting the or reaching the right audience. So what if like all your friends are just your friends and family, and they're not really resonates with whatever you're posting? What would you do? What would you do then?
For that, if you have a specific target audience in mind, I suggest you identify first where they usually go. Like, do they are they on Facebook or are they on LinkedIn or Instagram? And then, if you know that they're on that platform, I suggest that you utilize that platform more because it won't make sense if you post on Facebook and then your target market isn't there.
Correct. So it's all about choosing the right platform,
Yes.
right, to show. Okay, so I know that you have like an experience in personal branding, so I'll be asking you another personal branding. So what role does personal branding play in using social media for career advancement?
Well, for personal branding, I'm not really an expert, but I guess based from my experience, is that when I decided to show up more authentically on who I am,
Mm-hmm.
that's when I actually grow my audience more, or like I think I'm slowly starting to build a community because when you show up authentically or be really who you are, you attract more people who has the same values as you. And yeah, I guess people really want to see um someone that is more authentic compared with someone who is just posting for the sake of posting.
Right, right. Anak ko, marami matatamaan dyan. Thank you for that, Kata. So before I ask another question, guys, I hope you are getting some stuff from this talk so far, because you might need it in the future job opportunities. Or and speaking of job opportunities, by the way, Kata, we have like 32 viewers right now, both on Kumu and Facebook. So hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining in. Again, if you're looking for job opportunities, get ready to take your tech career to new heights with the Tech Job Fair. So this is a virtual event in partnership with CodeGo, happening on July 28th. So we are here to connect you with amazing job opportunities in IT, web development. Yeah, so we're sharing the screen now, software development, and so much more. And our recruitment team are actively hiring right now. So whether you're a coding prodigy, a UX mastermind, or an aspiring project manager, this is your chance to land your dream job. So right from your screen, you don't have to go anywhere. So mark your calendars for July 28th, again from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m., and join us at the Tache Tech Job Fair, partner with Code Go. It's time to unlock your true potential and take the next step in your tech career. So there you go. Thank you, team, for sharing the poster. Ako pala yung poster dyan. Alright. So, again, going back to our topic, personally, which social media platform do you think are the most effective for job search and recruitment?
If they're looking for professional or like more professional networking, I would suggest LinkedIn because
Mm-hmm.
that's where the HRs are usually are, and then job search and industry connections. But if
Right.
you're looking for building more connection or sharing more valuable content or building your personal brand, I think it's more on Facebook. And then for Instagram, it's usually visual. It's like a visual platform where people would
Correct.
showcase their portfolio or has more niche specific communities.
Right. And who would have thought, right? Instagram is just for aesthetic before, but right now we can definitely get some opportunities and I mean job opportunities from there. So it's really amazing how this social media platforms can be really helpful in terms of like our career advancement. So in terms of like for example, Kata, like you don't want to post something. Ako I personally not really a fan of posting something about my job, but or sometimes you have to do it to have like to expand your network and all that. But some of us really is more into like they're more active on Facebook groups and LinkedIn communities. So some
Yeah.
people, for those who are watching, Facebook groups and LinkedIn communities, you can definitely use that as well
Yeah.
to look for job opportunities. So, Kita, can you share us like how can you utilize Facebook groups or LinkedIn communities to expand your professional network?
I think for Facebook group or LinkedIn communities, I'd say you always come from a place of help or offer value, share any valuable content first because you want
Mm-hmm.
strangers or someone who doesn't know you yet to trust you or like have that
Correct.
you want to build your credibility or like someone that you're like an expert in that field. So it's really like a trial and error, and it's not really a magic that once you post something people would initially trust you. So it's
Mm-hmm.
also consistently showing up in those groups and sharing
Right.
something about what interests them as well and what could help them, and then let them come to you that oh, this person could help me, and I think I could trust her. So something like that.
Right. I really like that point. Actually, when it comes, this is a misconception kasi when
Mm-hmm.
it comes to posting on social media. Once you post it as even though your content or whatever you're posting is really nice,
Yeah.
if it doesn't resonate with your audience, then doesn't make sense. And at the same time, if you didn't nurture, if you don't nurture all those audience that you have right now, wala rin siyang doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So you really have to build relationship and connection on
Yes.
those
And
platforms. And in fact, it's
continue
free,
engage.
right?
Yes.
It's a free platform. You don't have to pay for anything. You just really need to nurture them to build a relationship and expand your network through those platforms. So when it comes to like engaging, I don't like engaging. I mean, I'm an introvert. I hate talk. I mean, it's not like I hate talking to other people. It's just that I get awkward. So for those who are introvert, get that like even on social media,
Mm.
what are some tips for engaging with industry influencers? Naman.
That's hard.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess if it's unavoidable because you when you start as maybe a social media manager or graphic designer, you really need to let people know what you do because if you don't,
Right.
how will they find you? So you need to let the opportunity find you. So you
Mm-hmm.
must, number one, actively engage with your audience. It's either by responding to comments, or if you're not fan of responding to comments, you could maybe message them or connect with them and ask,
Right. Mm-hmm. In
hi,
private, no. Yeah,
what
yeah.
do you do? I'm interested with your services, or just basically getting to know as well and not thinking of
Mm-hmm.
closing them as clients, just building rapport and fostering meaningful connections. And maybe you
Right.
could also offer na if you need any help with social media or graphic design, I'm just one message away. So something like that.
Like, yeah, so parang befriend muna with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Awesome. Okay. So, ito naman, I want to ask on your social media perspective, I mean, on your expertise, like how can you effectively, because some people really uses hashtags, you
Hmm.
know, and if you, in a social media perspective, it's really, really important to use hashtags for you to tap new people.
Yeah.
So, how can you effectively use hashtags to increase your visibility and reach on social media, especially if you're looking for new job opportunities? Do you have like any tips or any opinion or suggestions about it?
Well, for Facebook, I don't think Facebook uses that much hashtags. But for example, for Instagram, you want to make sure that when you use hashtag, there is a specific number of hashtags. For example, 1 to 3 hashtags that uses that has a million of posts or maybe 100,000. So you're gonna divide
Mm-hmm.
the use of hashtags. Um, with small, medium, or large number of posts because you don't want your post to be drowned in the hashtags that has already a million number of posts. And of course, use keywords that are optimized or like that is
Mm-hmm.
relevant to the post to also
Mm-hmm.
increase the discoverability of your content and of course attract the targeted audience for that specific post.
Right. And who would have thought, right, that hashtags can definitely help you increase your visibility and reach on social media without even like using ads? Because before we use we use hashtag just for trends, like hashtag happy, hashtag
Yeah.
sad, or something like that. But who would have thought, right, that you can definitely utilize that to increase your visibility. And speaking of like sharing content, Kata, like do you have any ideas like what are the do's and don'ts of sharing content on social media for professional growth? Because right now, what I notice is that people tend to be sensitive on whatever you're posting. They can be offended of whatever, simple things like that. And it could be, one post could be very controversial for some.
Yeah.
So, what are the do's and don'ts, do you think, of sharing content on social media, but for professional growth?
Well, I think number one is always think before you click. Like, is this post gonna offend someone, or you must learn how to curate what you should post. And personally, I avoid posting controversial topics because I at this generation it's easy to be canceled. So consider how
Correct.
your posts might be perceived as well by potential employers or maybe potential clients because they usually stalk you like what you mentioned a while ago. And
Mm-hmm.
also avoid oversharing personal information or maybe presenting an authentic version of yourself because this
Right.
also impact your credibility and authenticity.
Right. And you've mentioned about the cancel culture. I mean, unfortunately, nandun tayo sa cancel culture ngayon. In this generation, they love canceling people. So, you really need to be very careful whatever you're posting, or if you don't mind naman to be judged by other people, then
Yeah.
go whatever you want to do. So, uh s- in terms of like being the professional that a recruitment agents or recruitment team would look for? Like, how would you leverage those social media platforms to establish yourself as a professional in your industry? For you to parang increase your chance to get hired
Mm.
by recruitment team.
I think there must be a balance between personal and professional content. So by being selective on what you share or more focusing on content that is relevant to the industry or your expertise.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, by aiming to like just present an authentic and genuine version of yourself and still allowing your personality to shine through while maintaining
Mm-hmm.
professionalism.
Right. And how, what are some like strategies for building meaningful connections with professional in your field through social media? Like how do you do that? Because you've mentioned a while ago that you really need to have a meaningful, or you really need to create a networking or relationship with a um potential client, or a potential, what do you call this, what's the term, employer. So what are the strategies that, I mean, our audience could apply?
For me, what worked for me was before I've also done a lot of networking, but when I started becoming more authentic, or like for example, I messaged someone and asked about their services, and they also asked about mine. I get to know what they really do first, and then we chit chat, or like aside from just business talk, also ask them some like personal stuff, just so we get
Mm-hmm.
connected more on a deeper level, and then I asked them if, for example, if in case you need any consultation or help with social media management,
Mm-hmm.
you could just let me know and I'd be willing to help for free. So I guess that's really what build more connections for me, because they know I'm someone who they could trust without asking anything in return or any money from them or thinking of them as clients.
Right. And one thing I like about what you've mentioned is that finding that common denominator
Yeah.
between you and the employer that that you want to work with. So that's really interesting. And there are so many benefits utilizing social media for your career advancement. But can you tell us, like, what are the potential risks naman, or challenges of using social media for your career advancement?
Well, I guess same with what we've mentioned before. It's getting canceled because maybe you've posted something that doesn't resonate with other people. So we want to avoid that as much as possible. And yeah, basically oversharing or sharing other stuff that isn't related to what you about your expertise, or maybe sharing a hateful speech or comment, so we must avoid that those type of posts if we want to maintain a professional image on social media.
Right. And I think one thing that I can add would be like,
Yeah.
there are so many competitors. Like
Yeah.
if you're if a recruitment team is looking for a good social media manager or digital marketing specialist, there's so many people there. So how would you, I mean, what can you do more to really stand out on this sea of specialists or experts in the field?
I guess to stand out more, you really have to add that personality of who you are and your posts, because I know that nowadays people use a lot AI tools, but I guess but at the end of the day, humans like connecting with humans, and what makes us different with other service provider or maybe social media manager is that how would we stand out compared to them. And I think the easiest answer is they just showcasing your personality, and that's what differentiates you
Your
from other
unique
people.
self. I
Yeah.
love it. Yes, so you have to really embrace yourself as a professional. You don't have to copy anyone, just be you. So that's a really, really great advice. By the way, hello to our 43 viewers right now. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you missed this episode, don't worry. We have like a recorded version of this on Facebook. So if you are now on Kumu and you hindi ka nakaabot sa first part of the video, just go to our Facebook page. It's Tache Careers. And Kata will just, if you want to follow Kata, she will mention it later after this talk, and where she can follow. So Yeah. Next question would be how can you use social media like to research and gather information naman about potential employers or clients? Like how do you do that personally?
So usually when I apply for a job, I usually go to their, aside from their social media pages, I usually visit their website first and get to know about the company. And sometimes if I needed more information, I visit their Facebook or maybe Instagram page and see what's currently happening, just so I know when, for example, I get to ask in an interview, what do you know about us? I know what to answer because I look on their social media pages.
Right, so it's more on like dipping dip research deep research on their social media sites because some informations are there already, right? And um in terms of like doing the postings and all that to your own personal social media account, like what are the best practices naman for maintaining a professional online presence on social media? Minsan kasi if we tend to forget about it, like, oh yeah, right, we're building a professional online presence, I should not, or I should stop sharing memes or stop sharing you know, useless content. Like what do you think are the best practices for maintaining your professional online presence on social media?
I guess, because when I do my content before, when I was still active, posting for myself, I usually do it maybe in a day or 2 days to do batch content creation. So that way I don't forget that I need to post on a specific day. So it's like doing all your content in advance and posting it on a specific day. Although there are days that I want to post something, but yeah, it's okay. At least you're consistent in posting. Yeah, but I guess regarding the meme, I don't totally refrain from posting, but minimized. But because maybe it's part
Right,
of
right.
who you are, or like maybe you want to show people that this is your humor, but just avoid posting memes that are too, how do you say it, too rude or something. Just the funny, maybe funny type of meme. Someone, I mean, that won't
Yeah,
offend
right.
anyone.
Right. You know why I keep on saying meme? Because I do that. That's why I have like a separated account for memes and for professional professional account, because I really can't help not to share all those
Yeah.
memes. But anyway, so in terms of, because you know, I actually believe that no man is an island. You really can't do things on your own, really. You really need some guidance as well. So in terms of like looking for mentorship or coaching opportunities, how can you effectively use social media to find those mentors or coaches, you know, that could help you in your career advancement? Because a lot of people offers that right now, like yung mga coaching, mentorship. So how can you effectively use social media to find those mentors?
I guess you could start by searching in the search bar, like for the specific course that you want, and then when the searches, when the results appear, you should check, of course, and then maybe look for someone who has already enrolled in that course and ask if they would recommend it. That's how I would do it, because there are some coaches that charges too high but doesn't really satisfy you at the end. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think someone vouching for that coach or mentor is a big factor for me. And of course, doing some research about that coach or that course, whether this coach, does he or she have a results that could, that is parang credible, or
Right, right.
is he really an expert on that field? Does he have clients or case studies or something like that?
Mm-hmm. Right. Ito another curious question, Kat. I'm
Mm.
sorry, I have so many questions right now.
No
But
worries.
here's the thing. Well, I personally afraid
Mm.
of showing myself professional because I used again social media for entertainment ever since
Mm.
I was a kid, and there are some people, especially right now, who are watching. Hello to everyone. Um, I know they somehow experienced this before. Yung ano, fear of self promotion, you
Mm.
know. But how can you tell us, like, how can you overcome the fear of self promotion and effectively promote your skills and achievements on social media? I would love to know your answer because it's been really difficult for me
Mm.
to self promote. I don't know, maybe because nakakahiya, or those there are some here's the thing. Personally, there are some friends kasi na they're
Mm.
supportive but they will laugh at you like you're not that professional in person. That's not true. So
Actually.
there are some parang barriers because of that. So like how can you overcome that kind of fear?
Actually, I think it's really a stage. You can really overcome it in the first phase. Like in my case, I've been doing this for like 2 years. With the social
Mm-hmm.
media management and whole creative entrepreneur thing. And when I first started, I didn't really show up that much, or more of just posting static. But I was
Mm-hmm.
too scared to talk like this. I have fear of public speaking and fear of talking to clients. But I guess when you keep doing it consistently, you gradually have that confidence out of the blue,
Yeah.
and just um, not minding other what would other people think, because we just gotta take the first step, or don't overthink about it. Na is this perfect? Do I look good? Just post it, because once you get over that first step, so gradually you get
It's
more.
easier, right?
Yeah. So
I
it's more
agree.
taking action versus overthinking.
Okay, from now on, I won't overthink. But yeah, yeah, I do understand, and I appreciate your answer regarding that because that's one of the most difficult thing to do, especially the step one, which is to
Mhm.
accept that not everyone will definitely support you, even
Yes.
it's your friends.
Mm.
So it's really in your control whether to do it or not. So it's really up to you. And I like the fact that you mentioned na you don't have to care whatever they're uh, uh, you know you don't have to care whatever they think of you, as long as you love what you're doing, and at the same
Yes.
time you want to have results kasi. So it doesn't make sense to dream on things that you want to do or you want to get, but you're not doing anything about it. So
True.
if you want to get that opportunity, get it. Don't think about anyone else. So that's a really really great advice. And yeah, do you have any add-ons on that?
Maybe because based from my experience, aside from just if you're planning to take a course, maybe you're an aspiring social media strategist, and you're watching a specific course, I suggest that aside from just watching it, you always should take action, because actual
Mm-hmm.
experience is really your best friend, and mistake
Right.
is part of your journey, and you really learn a lot based from having that mistake. So it's really normal, but that's what
I agree.
helps
Mm-hmm.
ahead.
Yeah, it's all about self-confidence, guys. Like, if you want to really boost your career, then go for it. Just believe in yourself that you really can do it despite of what other people think or say about you. So that's a really great reminder, and I'll try to I'll try to apply that because I have fear of self promotion. But yeah, it could get awkward at the
Yeah.
beginning. It's awkward because that's not you. Personally, I don't think that's me who's very professional, who wants to show the world what I can do. So it's a really what do you call this, stepping out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
So it's very difficult, but you'll get there. Like, it'll be very, very nice if you step out and um just do whatever you want to do. So yeah, right now we have 40, okay, we have like 56 viewers right now. Hello everyone. Thank you guys for watching. We're still, oh my gosh, we're almost ano na 45 minutes na pala. Wow. Hi Simon Almero. Um, hi Kat, sabi niya super relate daw to self-promotion. Yeah, we kind of we are having a difficult, I mean, that's the first step kasi na medyo mahirap. That's why I think people resonates with it. So, when it comes to like staying updated naman kita in industry trend, because
Mm.
sometimes we have to really ano eh, we really have to go with its flow, na for you to get their attention or the employer's attention, you really need to go with the trends. Like, so how can you stay updated with industry trends and news through social media?
For me, I usually, as a social media manager, it's really part of the job that you browse on different social media platforms. So when I have a free time, or maybe before I sleep, I usually check out Facebook groups, for example, groups about
Mm-hmm.
social media marketing, or maybe on Instagram. I check what people usually does, or what type of posts are
Mm-hmm.
mostly engaging,
Mm-hmm.
because that's how I keep updated, and that's how I also apply my strategies, or what I could apply to my clients, by looking in what people are doing in those social media platforms.
Right. So, staying ahead of with industry trends is also very, very crucial and important when it comes to developing your career growth in social media. So, going back before I ask the other questions, we have like 62 viewers right now. Hello, everyone. Roy Rojas says, watching from Jaén, Nueva Ecija. Wow! Tiga Nueva Ecija, kababayan. Kababayan. Supporter daw ni Kata. You know what, Kata? You have so many fans, ha? I love it. They're so supportive of you. So, right. So, my next question would be like, how can you use, what are the potential ethical considerations and challenges of using social media for career? Like, I know you've mentioned about the, what do you call this, the cancel culture, and the, is there any other things pa ba that
Mm.
you forgot to mention about other challenges? Like, kasi sometimes there are things na, you know, we don't know na challenge pala
Yeah.
siya sa social media. So can you tell us,
Mm.
meron ka bang ganong um incident that happened to you before, or no?
I guess the biggest challenge for me when I explored more about social media management, aside from the graphic design, is learning how to write copies. So, and also building your system,
Mm.
because when you're a social media manager, nowadays, usually you're expected to know how to write copies as well, and do graphic design all at once. I guess that's the
Mm-hmm.
reality. So I was pushed to really step out of my comfort zone, to know how to
Mm-hmm.
create copies myself, because it's part of the job. And of course, we always want to step, or like do above and beyond when producing content for others, or maybe for a company. So sometimes you need help, but help is not available, or you must
Mm-hmm.
maybe outsource, or something like that. So you must learn how to do it yourself as well, because sometimes you're a one-man team. So I guess that's my
Right.
biggest challenge.
Ako naman, another interesting question for you, Kata, because as what I've mentioned, social media is very entertaining. I think
Mm,
the reason why people are so addicted to it, because it's really, really entertaining. And but
yeah.
you know, it's it is both blessing and a curse to have a social media, because sometimes it's very time consuming being
Agree.
in social media. So how can you effectively manage your time and avoid distractions while using social media for professional purposes?
I guess what I do is before I start working or I start my day, I usually
Mm-hmm.
write what are the to dos that I need to do for the day. And then
Mm-hmm.
I allot a specific time when I should use social media, just so I don't get out of that momentum. Because sometimes
Mm-hmm.
when you start scrolling on TikTok while doing work, you easily get distracted and don't notice
Correct.
that you're already
Yes.
spending 2 hours on TikTok. So just having that self discipline on
Guilty.
yeah,
Yeah.
just that self discipline on when you should spend time on these social media platforms could really help you boost your productivity at work.
Right. And can you share like a success story of someone you know, or maybe you, who significantly benefited from leveraging social media for their career?
Maybe for me, because when I started before, I was an introvert as well, and I don't really do connecting or don't know about those.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a long shot actually. I
Mm-hmm.
started connecting way back and let people know that I do graphic design and social media management. So initially, I don't have clients back then.
Mm-hmm.
But after a few months, what I noticed was that when people needed your services, eventually they will message you because you become top of mind because you always show
Mm-hmm.
up. So
Right.
that's my biggest win. And at the same time, they also you know that these people trust you. So it's kind of flattering that you're the first one in mind that they thought of when they need graphic design or maybe social media management because you showed up that last year or last few months.
Right. Grabe na the power of showing up. So
Yeah.
that's really nice. And for those who are watching, you should really show up right now. And for those, kata naman for those who are just, some, not everyone is loves social media. They
Yeah.
don't, not a lot of us, it's their cup of tea. So
Mm.
what advice do you have for someone naman who is hesitant or unsure about using social media as tool for their career growth?
I guess for someone, well, you maybe take it little by little. If
Mm-hmm.
you're an aspiring social media manager, maybe you could utilize first the free resources and enroll in online courses. And then I guess once you get to know more about it, um, it eventually comes in that you want to take action or show up. And then, I don't know, parang it's really experience eh. And then, I guess you wanna optimize your profile first because if you're not fan of showing up or posting yet, at least you must make sure that your resume is updated, maybe on LinkedIn or it's included in your title that you're a graphic designer because sometimes recruiters could find you that way if they're looking for social media managers.
Right, right, right. That's a search bar, no? When you click like graphic designers, that's nice. It's like an SEO ba, parang ganon, in
Keyword
Google.
talaga.
Right, right. So I know and I understand. We actually respect that. That some people are not really comfortable using social media, but this is the modern times now that
Mm,
everyone is in online. Not a lot would go directly or para mag-go walk in sa office just to ask for job opportunities. Majority of job listings are on social media, so I
mm,
think this is a very reason why you should really utilize or maximize the use of your social media platform to be seen by potential employers or clients. So yeah, I mean, if you're still wondering, or if you're still alam mo yun, parang dadalawang isip ka if
mm.
you're going to to use social media, do it now. I mean, it's free. I think this is a very great opportunity for you to look for new I mean, new job careers if you want to and all that. So, ako naman kita, this is very ano, we have like 5 minutes. Sobrang bilis, but I still have questions. Can you
Okay.
believe that? This is how insightful this talk is. So, have you ever had to deal with privacy and or security concerns? Kasi in line with those people nga
Mm,
na doesn't want to parang to use social media. Maybe their primary concern is, you know, their privacy or security. So,
mm.
have you ever had to deal with that while using social media? Or if yes, how do you safeguard your personal information?
I guess for me, for Facebook, maybe I usually publicize posts that I'm okay with others seeing. But if it's kind of a bit personal or maybe memes, something like that, I limit it to friends only. But for Instagram, for my business account that I also would like other people to see, I just make sure that all post is strictly professionally or professional. um
Mm-hmm.
and I have a different account for Instagram for business and professional, but for Facebook it's really just setting the privacy to public or friends only,
Mm-hmm.
depending on the type of post that
Right. Yeah, and you know what? Sometimes kasi people tend to share their personal information just for, you know, recruiters to contact them easily. So it's really up to you if you're going to share it or not. Kasi there's Messenger. They can definitely send you a private message if they're interested to your service or to your skills. So it's
Mm,
really up to you if you're going to share or if you're comfortable to share your personal information like phone number, your email address to the
yes.
public. So
Mm,
yeah. And okay, so lastly, Kata, this will be my last question for you because
okay.
medyo ang dami ko ng question for you. Again, thank you so much for your time. We have 70 viewers right now. Thank you guys for watching. And okay, so my last question would be like, do you have any additional advice or tips for individuals looking to utilize or maximize the social media for their career advancement?
For aspiring social media managers or graphic designers out there, I suggest that you utilize free resources first. Like there's a lot of these resources, maybe on YouTube or LinkedIn or Skillshare, something like that. And then once you get to enroll in that course or watch those, I suggest you take action again because
Mm-hmm.
actual experience is really the key and is your best friend from this. And regardless if you make mistakes or not, just keep on improving because
Mm-hmm.
eventually that's where you will get your confidence and apply what you could improve from your systems or process based on these mistakes. So don't be afraid to make mistakes because that's normal. And of course,
Right.
the last one is don't forget to let people know what you do. Aside from being a social media manager or graphic designer, you're always a marketer. So you must let people know what you do because referrals and job opportunities are everywhere. Someone might be in
Mm-hmm.
need of your skills or services, or someone who
Mm-hmm.
doesn't really engage with you, but they see that you're offering this or you're a social media manager. So always keep your profiles, social media profiles updated.
Right. And again, guys, not just social media, huh? I mean, not just social media managers. All
Yeah.
positions or job positions that you have. It could be like if you're a doctor, if you're an architect, an engineer, definitely you can really use or utilize your social media to showcase what you can offer
Yeah.
to the public. So thank you so much, Keta, for that. But before we end, I hope you're all getting some, you know, very insightful stuff from this talk because it might come in handy for your future job gig. So speaking of which, again, get ready to level up your tech career if you're into IT, web development, and all that. We have like a tech job ang hirap, Tacha Tech Job Fair happening virtually on July 28th in partnership with Code Go. So again, Tasha is all about hooking you up with awesome job opportunities in IT, web development, software development, and so much more. And guess what? Our recruiters are actively on the lookout for talent. So whether you're a coding whiz or a UX wizard, or dreaming of becoming a project manager, this is your chance to snag your dream job all from your computer screen. So, again, guys, mark your calendars for July 28th from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. and join us at the Tacha Tech Job Fair. Partner with CodeGo. It's time to unleash your true potential and take that big leap in your tech career. So, our team again will give the details in the comment section. So sign up now. All right. Kata, thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate your insights and tips. So for those who are watching today, never stop showing up and try to step out of your comfort zone. All right, so there you have it. That's the end of our episode. We will see you on our next. Please stay tuned because every Monday we have different topics to discuss, focusing, of course, on career growth and career advancement. So there you go. Have an amazing week, everyone. Stay safe and
Bye.
dry. So, yeah, thank you so much,
Thank you,
Kata.
Rini. Thank you,
We,
Tache.
we love you here. Thank you so much. Bye,
Thank you
guys.
too. Bye.